She's Obsessed, the podcast.
Thank you.
So I started this podcast because I felt like I was having some really meaningful conversations with lots of different Black British women, and I wanted the conversations to go further because I feel like we are hugely underrepresented and pretty much invisible a lot of the time.
Sad.
Right? So I definitely knew that I wanted to have you as a host because I've been following your career for a while. I know that we met twice previously on like very brief occasions where I literally came up to you and I was like, I love what you do. I think you're a sick host.
It's not just me though. It's like when I finally got to meet you as well, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the person that's inspiring the nation and the kids and like making us feel beautiful. So yeah, the feeling's mutual.
I'm happy to hear that. But yeah, and then we got to know each other a lot more intimately last month in LA, which I think was just sick. It was just amazing to it was just amazing to be around Black British women.
Yeah.
Everyone was in a different industry, had a different purpose for the holiday. But
plugging each other.
Literally.
Yeah.
But we all made it work. So I'll start by having you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about self-belief, your career today, and what the industry's like, and then wherever else the conversation takes us.
That is fine. All right. Well, my name is Remel. Remel London is what most people know me as, and I'm a TV, radio, and live events host. But I also have a background in coordinating events, predominantly in the music sector, and also then spiraling into creating my own productions, entertainment based. So yeah, I'm music, TV, entertainment, all of that.
Amazing. And has that always been the case for you? Is that something that you knew you wanted to get into? Because didn't you study broadcasting and journalism?
Yes, exactly that. So I went to Leeds Uni knowing that I wanted to be a presenter.
Okay.
But I thought, let me get as much knowledge behind it as possible. So I really wanted to go down the academic route and obviously just make my family happy. Like, they wanted everyone to get degrees, so here, it's a degree.
What did they think about your degree? Who's one of your parents are Caribbean, one of them's
Nigerian, yeah. So
right?
my mum's Guyanese.
Okay.
So the thing, my Guyanese, I think everyone, like grandparents-wise, again, once you're doing a degree, it's fine. And most of my cousins are quite creative.
Okay.
So like my cousin who's same age as me, she's a theatre director. Everyone done something, like, you know, my other cousin is like a dance teacher, expert, kind of, you know, critic, all that kind of stuff. So I'm saying her role so wrong, but okay. You know, she's in the dance world and like classically trained kind of stuff. And then again, we've got psychologists, we've got media, we've got, you know, my little cousin was a cheerleader for years. Like, everyone's like really like found their niche doing art or something. So my grandparents kind of on both sides kind of accepted, like, these kids are doing whatever they want, but they're getting the academics behind it. Yeah. Everyone's going to uni, but they're still following their passion. And I think that's one thing about my family that they've always done. Like, they've encouraged us, but they're like, make sure you do it the right way in, you know, society's way. Yeah. But, you know, but still enjoy yourself kind of thing. So no one's really been hard on us to be doctor, lawyer, accountant.
That's good. So
it's been a good nurturing upbringing. But again, my grandparents, when I was at the BBC, as soon as they heard BBC, they were fine.
Like, big names.
Yeah, I'm working at the BBC. Oh, okay. It's fine. So yeah.
So how did you know that that's even the route that you wanted to go down? Were you like watching TV as a young woman and you was like, okay, I want to be that woman on the TV?
That's exactly what happened. Like watching like Bugsy Malone and being like, oh my gosh, these are kids and they're acting. That's so cool. Yeah. Or like, there's one particular moment where, do you remember Smart Guy?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm watching Smart Guy. TJ's tap dancing and I'm like, that looks sick. I'm like, Mom, can I go tap dancing? So she's like, all right. So I think I was like maybe 7 or 8. And I got out the yellow pages and I like flicked through, I found it and I was like, Mom, can I go to this one? And she was like, yeah, cool. And like literally, so that's what I used to do. Like as a kid, anything I saw, I was like, I need to try it. And
that's amazing. That takes a lot of confidence.
Mate, don't know where it came from. But I think it's just the fact that my family was so encouraging, like whatever you want to do, just do it. Yeah. So if I asked, I could try. If funds were low, I'd be like, no, you can't do that. But if there was like, you know, free trials, there's so many organisations that do free trials. True. So, you know, whether it's a ballet free trial, a tap free trial, I was on it. So, yeah. So so from there, it kind of progressed into what can I do as a performer? And I kind of figured out that presenting was more of what I wanted. So, yeah.
Do you think had your family not been so supportive, you still would have gone down this route?
I'm not sure. I personally believe that I was allowed to just follow whatever my brain decided. So I don't know. Like if I was told no, I actually don't know. I actually don't know. I wasn't ever told no.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I don't ever. Only money was the no. Like I used to do piano. I got to grade 2. My mum was like, I can't afford this, and I was like, do you know what? It's cool.
Did you enjoy piano?
It was all right, but it's. Like,
I had to do piano.
yeah,
I did not enjoy it.
It's like one of those. Well, I mainly did it because my friend at school was doing it.
Yeah.
And like my mum was really good friends with her mum. So it was a
Okay.
thing where, okay, Tyler's session's at 6 p.m, your session's at 7 p.m. We'll all go together. I'd
Wait
watch her
for it,
play.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was a fun Thursday evening outing.
Okay.
Like with your school friend. And then at home, I thought practicing was boring. Like, but I was more excited to get home and try and make up my own songs. Like,
Okay.
that's what I was most excited about. So I thought, if I carry on doing piano, I can be a music producer or something like that. So that's one thing I actually considered. But in the end, when my mum was like, do you know what, it's too expensive, I was like, do you know what, it's fine. Like, I'm over
stress
it.
yourself,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm actually over it. Like, I got to grade 2. And the pressure, like, did you grade?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
The exams are a lot.
They
You
make
have
it
to do
seem like
theory and then practical.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's a very serious examination.
so serious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm 11. Like, it's not that deep if I get the C wrong with the F sharp.
But I used to get so frustrated because I done up to grade 4, but then I
Oh, you done
remember being like 11 and getting to grade 4, and then
Yeah.
seeing 5-year-olds on grade 4 and being like, what am I doing?
That stressed me out as well.
Right?
Yeah, because when I stopped, I think I was about 13 and I only got to grade 2. And that's the thing, my piano teacher didn't think, each time, he didn't think I was ready for the next grade. And my mum was getting annoyed.
That's frustrating.
And I was getting annoyed because I'm like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was exactly that. Of like, why won't he let me go up to the next grade? Exactly that. There's a 5-year-old who is literally the next Mozart.
Literally. And then I was like, is it something that's just innate? Like you're either good at piano or you're not. And then I saw some other people that weren't necessarily naturally talented, but they were able to get up the ranks.
Honestly,
And I
I
was
mean,
like-
the finger thing, like stretching your fingers, like it was a lot.
My teacher used to get so annoyed because I never used to want to cut my nails.
Oh, yeah, all of that.
But yeah, you had to.
That was
It's
a
okay.
different life back then, man. But yeah, I think I was always allowed to do things, and yeah, I wasn't really told no.
And that's how you're going to raise your kids as well.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I might present things to them more than anything, because my mum, none of it came from my mum. None of it was like, you should do this, you should do that, or my dad or anyone. So I think maybe if they presented something to me, it might have sparked something. But I feel like I'll be like, hey, try this or try that. Again, it's the same ethos, but a bit further.
Yeah.
I think I want my kids to try, but I think I'll be like, maybe you should try this, you might like this, and see what happens.
That's fair. So how did you go from the little girl who was doing piano and watching Smart Guy to the Remel London who
Wow.
is killing it and is literally like the face of Black British entertainment,
Oh,
I think.
wow, thank you. I think the main thing was that, again, I didn't take no for an answer. And if I had an idea, I did it. So I just saw, if I saw a gap in the market, I'm like, I should be doing that.
Okay, what's one example of that?
So, for example, my first ever event that I created was called the Break Me Please Show, and it started off with a podcast. And again, not to toot my own horn, but podcasts are really like popular now. Like, obviously, this is a visual one. There's audio ones. I did that back in 2011,
Wow.
and I don't feel like podcasts were really a thing. And the only reason I did it is because I didn't have a radio show.
Okay.
So I was like,
what's the next best thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
So hired a studio, invited friends round, but it wasn't, well, actually, it wasn't, I wouldn't say friends, it was industry people. So what we used to do was rate music. So that's why it's called Rate Me Please. So people would send music in, we'd rate it, and then in the end, I was like, right, we've rated all this music, all these sick artists that I now like, now what? What do I do with them? I created an event. And then again, I wanted to host shows. I should host my own event. Put on an event. So I literally was like, there is a gap. There is an opportunity. This is what I should do. I just did it. So I think that's what people kind of knew me as. Like, I was just like having ideas, getting it done, helping you, helping me. So, you know, music artists wanted a platform. So as well at the event, it was a networking event as well. So I used to invite like industry professionals like A&Rs, other artists, radio pluggers, radio DJs, and like again, loads of people networked at these events. And like, you know, and I'll never take credit for someone's success, but I do know that a lot of people have told me that they met someone at my event and it helped with XYZ. So like, yeah.
That is something to be proud of.
Yeah, I do feel like, do you know what, I'm so glad I just did it. Like, you know, podcasts weren't a thing back then, and I just thought, meh.
Would you ever bring it back, do you think?
I wanted to, but again, I don't want to do it just because it's like the in thing now.
Yeah.
Like, I just really want to do it because I believe in it. And I tried it. I actually tried it 2 years ago. It was on Radar Radio. Oh my gosh. And I did it for like a month. And again, the reason, like, I did it because I just wanted to. But like the expectation is that you've got to have a certain amount of listeners and all that kind of stuff. I don't care about listeners and all that kind of stuff. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And again, it didn't get massive listenerships or all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I've done what I've done.
Yeah.
Move on. Like, I'm not really caught up on like, okay, get 100K. Like, if it gets 100 listens, that's fine. If it gets 50, that's fine. Like, I'm not really fussed about that. I just want to do my purpose and get it done.
That's fair. Do you feel like, I feel like that's a very good attitude to have, like not being so concerned on the outcome or on the numbers. Do you ever feel like that makes you spread yourself thin or start too many things and not finish them? Or do you feel like you have an understanding of when a project is complete and it's time to move on?
Yeah, I think each project has helped create another project. Because I saw the Rate Me Please show and the podcast run its course, like the Rate Me Please show also had open mic elements to it. And live performance, so I used to book people on top as well. Okay. So, and I think around when that was happening, so it was 2013, 2014, every man and his wife and his dog was putting on events. Like literally every day there was a music event. And I'm like, no one cares about my event anymore. Not that no one cares, but they don't need me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they actually don't need this event no more because they're getting booked for 5 other events that week. Why am I sweating to put on an event when you can go to 5 others? And maybe I want to go to the others. like, you know, not everything needs to be a competition. So, you know, I know when it's time for me to bow down. And then I created another event, which was, it was an online show called The Showroom. Okay. And that was all about not just music, that was entertainment. So that way, so it kind of spawned, I was like, okay, I don't need to just do stuff to support music artists. What about actors? What about fashion people? What about, you know, who else did I have? Poets, all that kind of stuff. I had another platform, which was the next step. So I usually do move on to what I believe is the next thing. So, yeah.
Are you able to identify, looking back, what were the pivotal moments that got you noticed by, like, Choice FM, BBC One Extra, Capital One Extra? Do you know when they picked up on you or when you became on everyone's... when you became visible to loads of people?
Usually when I was ranting.
On social media?
Word of a lie. Being the mouthy one can sometimes get you in the door. Okay. So the main reason BBC Radio 1 Extra took an interest in me is because Kanye West performed at the Brit Awards. Stormzy, Skepta, all those people performed with him. And there was lots of comments about Kanye made them look like backup dancers. I saw that. Yeah. And I made a vlog because I was like, look, I think it's sick that Kanye brought them on. But, rah, like, what, you're not going to pass the mic? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, why didn't you... Because he shouted out Skepta on stage. I'm like, rah, couldn't you just give Skepta a quick 16? Like, I was offended. I was like, rah, you came to London... and you made our guys just chill in the back. Yeah. Like, everyone was like, yeah, but he let them on stage. Wow. That's the thing. That's exactly what you're saying that I didn't agree with. He let them on stage. Bruv, you're in my house. Yeah, literally. Like, you're in my ends, and you had to open the back door so I could come in the rave. Like, it's like, I saw it as, nah, this ain't on. So my vlog, I did a video vlog, and I was very reactive at the time. I used to do things like that night. post it, upload that night. Next morning, boom, views. Like, I used to do that all the time. And I remember people were getting at me. People just were so angry with me.
Really?
For speaking out on it. And they were like, you should appreciate Kanye and da-da-da-da-da. Kanye's a god and da-da-da. I'm like...
The same Kanye?
Imagine. Imagine. So, One Extra were like, oh, can you do a quick feature with Charlie Sloth? He wants to, you know, ask you your views, why were you so upset and da-da-da-da. So I did a quick feature. So I guess a few producers knew who I was, and then from there, I started building relationships with the producers in there, and then there was opportunities to pilot and all that kind of stuff. So that sometimes just putting your opinion out there and being a creative and being honest is really, I mean, now we've got loads of people on Twitter and Instagram like, well, I think, I'm not really one for opinions. Like, I just think if you're passionate about something, speak out on it. But don't just be like, well, I think because of you, like, no. Say something that you know. Speak on what you know, innit? Like, I don't really, like, follow the loudmouth people and all that kind of stuff. Some of them I think are cool, like cool people. But like, there's some people I actually don't follow because I don't agree with your views. But when I see you, I think you're a lovely person. But we're just in an age where that's what it's all about, and I think everyone realised that if you speak, you'll get opportunities. You'll be on Good Morning Britain. You'll be on. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my piece. I'm gonna move on. And but yeah, I wasn't controversial on purpose.
Okay.
I really wasn't.
And you weren't doing it for views, clicks,
At
likes?
all. I was shocked. I remember that Skepta video has like 50,000 views now or something like that. Obviously, it was a few years ago. But at the time, I think it got like 20K in a night.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, do people actually care about what I think? But funnily enough, I'll never forget, I won't say who, but certain big name rappers DM'd me and were like, I respect you so much for speaking out on that because I thought exactly the same thing. I was like, bro, thank you. But no one said it online.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, how dare you say that about our boys? Did it? Because I didn't say they were backup dancers. Someone else did. I think it was Big Nasty or something like that. Someone said they all look like backup dancers. And so they kind of tagged that onto what I said and were like, how dare you call Skepta a backup dancer? I was like, bro, I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's not what I said.
I didn't say that. But you're just taking what he said and what I said, and you think they're similar.
Yeah.
And then you're making me look like a bad person. No, I support these people all the time. That's why I was upset that Kanye was like, hey, come and dance behind me while I rap. I was offended. So, yeah, it's funny how speaking your mind can earn you respect.
Yeah.
And can open doors. So, only if you speak your mind in the right way, though.
Yeah, and you're authentic about it.
Yeah. Don't just jump on bandwagons. Don't be Black Lives Matter if you don't even care.
For real.
Yeah.
So you mentioned not agreeing with someone's views, but understanding that they're a nice person and greeting them in person. What are your thoughts on separating the artist from their art, especially in the current day where R. Kelly documentary just came out, Michael Jackson documentary came out? What's your views on being able to separate the two?
First of all, I haven't watched any of these documentaries.
Really?
The R. Kelly one, I felt like the stuff alone I was seeing people talk about on Twitter was enough for me. I'm like, wow, this is... And usually I'm not like that. Usually I'm like, I'll be the judge of this. But I was like, do you know what? Nah, this is too far left for me. Like, it's actually too much. And again, same with the Michael thing. I probably will watch the Michael one because we've been there before. And we've been through it. But I don't know. I do feel like it stops me wanting to listen to their music. Like, tell you what, the radio station, I'll be on it, Capital Extra, they accidentally played an R. Kelly song not long ago. And I actually called up the producers and I was like, what is going on? I was like, no, I don't agree with this. And they were like, yeah, we know, sorry. They were like, no, it was actually a system error. Like, it wasn't, like, we didn't mean to, like, piss people off. Yeah. And I was like, okay, because, you know, I have to speak out on this.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't agree with you lot. If you lot continue, obviously I'm not going to be like, I'm walking out. But, I mean, this is my job. But it made me wonder. It made me think, oh my gosh, would I storm out if my station was promoting? But that's why I had to call straight away, just to be clear, are we supporting R. Kelly or not? And they were like, no, we're not. And I'm like, okay. see you on Saturday.
So what happens? Like, you might not be able to answer this, but do you guys get emails like, FYI, you are not allowed to play any Michael Jackson, any R. Kelly? It's too
That's
hot
happened
right
in the past, and I've heard it's happened on numerous stations in existence. Like, that is a thing. Like, if there's a big scandal, an artist will be deleted from the system. Like, it can happen, but I mean, this is the first time we've really come across something like this of its nature, especially in like the R&B, like hip urban world. So, I mean, even gigs back in the day, he wasn't allowed to be played on Radio 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they really didn't like gigs back in the day. Gigs was blacklisted for years, like years, because they thought he was gang affiliated.
Okay.
So he never used to be allowed to play on like Radio 1 or anything like that until a few years later. I think Westwood was like, no, this is my friend. He's a good guy. He makes good rap. And then obviously now his success has been like amazing. So obviously every station plays him if they want to. But there's definitely been times if you're affiliated, and you know, there's been a couple of artists who have had court cases, and when it's a court case, you're off the playlist.
Wow, so it can literally directly hinder your career.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you've got a bad reputation.
100%.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, it's made me think a few times like, where do I stand? But if I can speak out on something, or if I can affect change, like I'm not going to be the one to be like, hey guys, today I made sure that Capital Extra weren't going to play. Like, I'm not that person. Like, I'm not trying to just get clout. Like, if I can have a private word and be like, hi guys, I'd really appreciate if you didn't play R. Kelly, and is this something you can discuss within the higher beings in the building, because it's something I'm really passionate about, I will do that. But yeah, so far so good. I haven't had to like take a stand publicly for anything. So actually, tell a lie, I have. When I left Link Up TV, I worked with them for quite a few years, and I actually had to publicly apologise for a video that went up because I didn't agree with the views. And within the team, they just saw it as an expression of music. For me, I didn't see it as an expression of music. I saw it as, we are supporting crimes. And I actually had to do like a public apology for my own sanity, because I didn't agree with it. And I think we're in a weird time where expression is getting really confused with, like, you know, freedom of speech, or, you know, I didn't really stab him 15 times.
I just said I did.
Yeah, like, really, bro?
Yeah.
Really?
So what's your experience being like, because you work around a lot of men. I've seen you operate in spaces, and I think you navigate the space extremely well.
Thank you.
But what's it been like for you being, one, a woman in a male-dominated scene, and two, what's it been like being a black woman in those spaces as well, especially in the entertainment industry, which has some very interesting ideals?
It honestly depends where you work.
Okay.
And it depends who you work with as well. I think, me personally, again, not tooting my own horn, but I'm quite dominant. So if I'm working in a situation and you give me the power to manage a situation, I will manage the hell out of it. So a lot of the times I'm given roles to be a producer or a project manager, and I'm overseen by a male who may be the boss or the owner of the organisation, but they will give me a lot of the power.
Okay.
So they'll be like, I need you to do this for me. And I'll be like, cool, I'll sort it out. I'll get the necessary team. I've built many teams before. So I feel like a lot of men have put trust in me to get the job done, which I appreciate. And I think that's because of just the way I handle things. Yeah. So maybe it's the way I speak. I mean, I will say this myself. I can make a really good email. So, you know, I mean, I've had to fire people. I've had to hire people. I've had to do all kinds of stuff because the man didn't want to. Like, that's happened a lot. But I've also found that people think you're sleeping with the boss. People think that you are their personal secretary.
Crazy.
I've had people call me. So when I used to work at Link Up TV, Rashid is the CEO, and, you know, people know that I work with him. I've had people call me at 10 p.m. Yeah, I'm trying to get through to Rashid. I'm like,
So why are you calling me?
I'm in bed next to my boyfriend. Why are you calling me, asking me for a next man? I don't know where he is. I don't know why you're calling me. But, like, I don't know. Like, people always think that you are closer to the male if you work. Like, they think that, I don't know I don't know why you think I'm so close to him. Or, obviously, if we are friends, great. But I don't know why you think I am going to be able to help you or all that kind of, I don't know. And there's been times that, again, my boyfriend is a music producer and he also engineers. So he's quite involved in the music scene as well. And there's been times where he's overheard people talk about me in a very way. Like, oh yeah, just holler at that link up girl, she'll sort it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, and he'll be like, they don't know, innit? Not everyone knows. And he was like, yeah, just talk to her, call her up and da-da-da-da. Like, people think they can, like, finesse a girl to get something what they want.
Okay.
Like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And obviously, because I have insiders everywhere.
Yeah.
So I can find out what people think. And, like, you know, for a long time, people always thought, like, you know, me and Rashid or me and other male colleagues are definitely, they're definitely dating. I'm not dating them. We work together. But that's always the assumption. A woman and a male can't work together.
And are there women in leadership roles, or is it literally a male-dominated? Is it as male-dominated as it seems?
I think a lot of males have caught on that women are great leaders and managers.
Yeah.
So they will hire women to do the job for them, but not necessarily the woman isn't the owner or anything like that. Do you get what I mean? So that's what I've always noticed a lot. Like in record labels, all that kind of stuff. The go-to, so the man is the boss, but the go-to is the woman.
Yeah, I think that's pretty consistent across the industries as well, though, which is really sad.
So they know we can get it done, but they want the glory, they want the shine. Oh my gosh, your business is booming. Thanks. Little do they know that Tiffany, Sarah, Lucy, Remel, Jamelia, they're always the ones doing it.
That is, that's an excellent point.
Yeah.
And what's it been like being a black woman in these spaces? Have you ever had anyone try to tell you to change or be like X in order to get a job done or to achieve a certain goal?
I mean, there are people who've told me change my hair, get tattoos, be more quirky.
Wait, tattoos are a very permanent thing.
Yeah.
Like hair I can move with because you can get a coloured weave.
Yeah.
But a
like,
tattoo,
you know, you need to be more quirky. Like, look at so-and-so. Like, oh, she's so out there. You should be more like that. And it's like, no. I don't have a single tattoo on my body. There's no reason why I would do that. Or, you know, you should wear clothes more like this. No. Like, I don't want to wear... Like, some girls can put on a bin bag and rock it. I cannot. Like, I know my looks, so that's what I'm going to roll with. Like, there's been a lot of, you know, sex it up a bit. I don't want to. I'm casual. Like, I'm a very casual person. The only time, like, you know, if I'm, you know, hosting a really fancy event or something like that, I love it. I love to dress up, but on my own terms.
Yes. Don't
tell me what I need to be wearing. Like, if you say, okay, corporate, casual, smart, cool, that's fine. Don't tell me that specifically you need to wear a low cleavage sequin dress. I'm going to come in a polo neck. Just to annoy you.
And you're going to take me in this polo neck and you're going to enjoy the polo neck.
Because I'm going to do a great job in the polo neck.
Yeah.
That doesn't, my job isn't going to change. Like, my work ethic isn't going to change depending on what I'm wearing. So please don't, no. That, recently a young presenter told me that she was told she had to show more skin, more cleavage. I was fuming. She was told by,
not that this makes a difference, but told by a man or a woman?
Yeah, she was told by a man.
A man told her that she needs to...
Yeah, if you want to get more work, you know, show a little bit of chest. I'm sorry, what? But that's the thing. Again, you're going to get hired by a male more than likely. He might like the look of you. You're more likely to get a role. You know, it's that whole Me Too experience.
Right, which I definitely want to talk about. But before we move there, do you feel like you ever missed out on any opportunities because you said, no, I'm not doing that? Like, I'm coming in my polo neck and you're going to enjoy the polo neck.
Funny story. Okay, it's not so much the same thing, yeah? But literally, I met someone a couple of months ago, Strictly Business. He works in... I was hosting an event. He was like, oh, so you do this full time? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, great, man. Oh, we should exchange details. He was from America. I'm like, sick. Okay, cool. I really want to do stuff in America. If he does big shows, that'd be great. Cool. I'm pretty sure I gave him my email. I might have given him my number. But next thing I know, I'm getting WhatsApps like, yo, how are you? I'm like,
who that?
yeah, like, you know, no name. I'm like, oh, hi, who's this? Oh, that guy you met at the concert. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, how's your day going? I'm like, rah, this isn't, you know, you're like, what's all this chit chat about?
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, well, take care. Oh, like, I'm going to be in London soon. We should meet up. What for? This guy offered me tickets to Drake.
Did you tweet about this yesterday?
I tweeted about it today. This guy offered me tickets to Drake. And he said, oh, yeah, just let me know what day you're going to come. Oh, you're going to come with your boyfriend? So he was trying to ask in a subtle way. And I was like, I might do. And he's like, oh, so you do have a boyfriend? I'm like, wow. Are you trying to catch me out or something? Yes, I do have a boyfriend. He was like, oh, okay. Oh, I thought you would have come with one of your girls or something. I'm like, wow, so...
Is this a date?
These tickets, yeah? Like, no mention of the concert's gone. Did I go? No. The whole talk of tickets cancelled.
Do women have mentors within this space? Because I know, like, if you're into, I don't know, if you're starting your own business and everyone's like, yes, make sure you get yourself a mentor, make sure you get yourself... Is it the same in the music industry? Do women have other women that they can connect with to help lead the way?
Yeah.
Or is it literally like every man for himself, I just got to find out through experience?
I think I've never personally had a mentor. I've had people that I've gone up to and asked advice and, like, you know, but I don't think mentors are great. But I think just my personality is I can't just cling on to one person. I've never been one to, like, have a long... Like, I've got really close friends, but I don't really say that's my best friend or that kind of stuff. So with a mentor, I've got really close people that I look up to, but it's not like, that's my mentor. Like, I don't have one person that I really, like, keep going back to.
Yeah.
I'll get advice from multiple people.
Which is good.
But I do think if you can get a mentor, someone that you can really confide in, do it. I personally don't offer mentor services, but I always have coffees, I always have chats, like, you know, you can message me, you can call me. I always say, like, I'm always here to look out for other women, because I just feel like I would have liked that. I would have appreciated a call, someone that I can message, so why not do that for someone else?
Who's a woman that you can look to and be like, do you know what, because she did, I now can?
I guess in the UK, like June Sarpong, Trisha. American wise, got obviously Oprah. Oprah showed me that you can take things like super international, and it doesn't just have to be... She showed me that being a TV presenter isn't just all it is, it's what else you do. Like, you know, be a I can't say it.
Philanthropist.
That's it.
There you go. It's a hard word to say.
I know. You know, set up charities, go to different countries and, like, build a school, like, properly. Just get some bricks and just chuck them together. You know, do something for young women, do something for young men. I feel like I love doing things for young people in general. I'm not really gender biased. Like, girls and guys, I want to see them all do well. So that's what I try to do outside as well. But yeah.
Cool. And where do you see Black British culture going, and why do you think for so long we've been on the backseat?
Honestly, I believe that the gatekeepers who were around in the 90s left. Because...
Who's that?
I don't know who they are. But remember we had, like, Desmond's, we had not the Cosby Show. Yeah. But even that, we that was broadcast here in the UK. Like, we had a lot of American content broadcast here, and then we also had our own British content. So Desmond's, The Real McCoy, Brothers and Sisters. There were, like, so many black shows on British TV in the 90s. True. And then they just went, shoo. So I feel like there were gatekeepers that maybe left to go to America or got fired, or I don't know. There must have been some reshuffles in the entertainment industry that went back to being white and only British content.
Yeah. So
there was a very quiet period where it was very, you know, even music. Same thing. Like, we had, you know, a lot of black British music artists. I can't name any right now. But you know, in the 80s, 90s, like, you know, being a black singer was cool. And if you're British, it was cool too. And then something happened where I don't know, this country got whitewashed again. And now our generation is having to rebuild it. But luckily, we're getting really great content created, and I think online opened a lot of doors as well. So people are making things online, and the commissioners are like, actually, this is
really good.
It works. So we're getting more things on TV. Like when Venus versus Mars was on Living, that was a big deal. Like when that, you know, you've got Famalam now on BBC, you've got like Time Wasters on ITV2, and like, I recently hosted the screening for Time Wasters, and like the production team and like the commissioners at ITV were like, yes, we actually want more comedy, we want more black comedy. And I'm like, come on, this is sick. So they're realising that, you know,
the demand is there.
Yeah, black British voices are here and we're ready and we're just waiting to be picked up. So I hope it spreads more in terms of content.
So we spoke about your confidence getting knocked through past experiences. So you decided sometimes to not speak up when you felt like you sometimes should.
Yeah.
Purely based on not feeling like you would get the backing and just not being confident enough to do so. What are some things that you do today as Remel London today to help boost your confidence and just give you the extra push to be like, yeah, I'm going to start this and it's going to work and you're going to take me seriously?
Oh, I mean, it's a weird one because I still feel like I'm on a pursuit of like happiness and like finding my confidence. And I'll be honest, I stopped relying on other people and I stopped having expectations of what I think the scene owes me.
I can't wait to tweet that.
Because
important.
They don't know you nothing.
No one, I literally said the same thing yesterday. Someone asked me, I don't know, they asked me something about a mentor, like how nice of me to bring them a gift when I was meeting them. I was like, no, but I don't think you understand. They have a business to run and they gave up 20 minutes of their time to speak to me. That's why I have to bring them something, because they don't owe me anything.
At all.
And I think that's something that our generation gets quite wrong a lot of the time. Like, we feel like people owe us stuff.
We are full of people that are so entitled.
Yeah.
And like, I don't feel like I've ever been entitled, but I feel like I was let down because I thought, oh, I've been working in the scene for 2 years. Of course they'll help me. I've been working in the scene for 5 years. Of course they'll help me. No, it means nothing. Like, everyone's hustling as much as you are.
Yeah.
And like, you know, if you can help each other, great, but they don't have to. And, you know, even recently, I was talking to another presenter about, you know, people getting jobs ahead of me and they maybe just being new to the scene. And they were like, doesn't that piss you off? And I'm like, no, I'm over it now. I don't expect to be treated any different to anyone else because it's a competitive industry.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if you met the exec or commissioner of ITV before me, it's not because my talent's bad. I just didn't get the opportunity to meet that person. You got that show on ITV because you had the right connects. I didn't. Doesn't mean I'm working any less or not any better. It just is how it is. Like, you know, I can't expect my time and effort to be celebrated the way I want it to. So I'm just grateful for what I've achieved, and I'm still working, and I'm still going to network. I'm still going to work at stuff.
Yeah.
But again, it's not having tunnel vision. I mean, you've got to have tunnel vision, not looking at other people, not comparison. You know, you've just got to be like, this is my journey. Do the best that you can, and don't be you can't be offended.
Yeah.
You honestly can't take anything personal in this industry. If they ignored your email, literally, they probably were doing something. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly
like,
what I said yesterday. Yeah. I said if they didn't respond to your email, it's probably because they actually are running the business and they're actually busy. It's nothing to do with you.
It's not like, ha, I ignored Remel's email and I'm going to reply to the other 10 girls that could have been the present. No, they might have not responded to anything that day. I know how it is. I literally opened my emails today and like, I see emails from last week that are just chilling and I'm like, oh my.
Because sometimes you mentally respond to things, and I do it all the time on WhatsApp and iMessage. I am the worst.
Honestly.
I'll have a conversation with myself because in my mind I've already responded to what you said. And then it's not till I get text like, hello. And I'm like, oh.
Nisha, I'm so sorry. I swear I replied. Like, so, you know, just don't be too offended and self-belief, you know, just believe that you are doing the best that you can, and just keep on enjoy what you do. I think that will build confidence a lot of the time, because, like, you know, if you keep on doubting yourself, you know, I started writing a gratitude diary, and that's helped me so much, like so much. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just like, wow, this is a great day, because it could be as simple as I managed to get the car space I wanted. Like, like simple things. Just like, you know, today was a good day. Like, even this morning, I woke up and I was like, I didn't have to rush anywhere. I took my time getting ready. Like, that, for me, that was an achievement, because recently I felt so busy, I haven't had time to even think. This morning I was really happy that I actually had time. Okay, I'm going to see the girls. Gonna have a nice chat. I'm grateful.
Yeah, you keep it pushing though, because Instagram stories every day. Remel is on the move.
However, I've been starting to have like little breaks, because like, at the weekend, I literally was like, I went out, and really and truly, I was at a friend's birthday. He's an actor. There were loads of industry people there. Really and truly, I could have been doing my selfie image, all that gang. I was like, I actually don't. I'm actually here to rave and celebrate your birthday. Like, we don't have to take millions of pictures. It was so refreshing to actually just have my phone in my pocket. Like, so sometimes having a cleanse is good, but at the same time, I like to let people know what I'm up to, because, again, my work has always come from word of mouth. So although I have an agent now, I love being represented, but at the same time, people know about me by saying, did you see what Remel done? Or da, 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 da. Oh, you should book her. So I actually stay active, because it actually helps my work.
Yeah.
But again, it's because I want to. I'm not one of those people that post because I have to. Like, I am a bit conscious of, like, you know, algorithms. But,
I remember us talking about this.
Like, when's a good time to
post?
Wait
till the morning.
Yeah. I am conscious of that, because, again, you want to, you know, people are watching as well. People are watching to see your engagement and all that kind of stuff, because now I'm kind of moving more into, like, I don't call myself an influencer, but I am moving into that world where presenters and influencers are a thing. I am aware that, you know, I have to have a profile that's strong and a good brand, but at the same time, if I want to post a random picture of me celebrating Pancake Day, I will. So, yeah, I try and have fun with it.
Yeah. And what led you to get an agent? Because I know for a really long time you didn't have an agent.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. All those years I was looking for representation.
Really?
Yeah. Only last year I got an agent, and she just believed in me. To be fair, I had an agent before her now. I had an agent... I had an agent... So, I've had agents from 2018 to now. Before that, from 2016 to 17, I had an agent as well. Got me no work. No work whatsoever. She just didn't know how. And, like, the agency wasn't small. Like, they had quite good clients, but I get boxed in a lot.
And what's that box?
They're like, the black girl has to do black shows. And if there's no black shows, nowhere to put the black girl. So, and they always assume that, you know, oh, you know, we'll get you more black girl interviewing black rapper. Insert name here. Like, I'm like, guys, I got a degree. Like, I could do anything. Like, I'd love to do documentaries. I'd love to do, like, game shows or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a people person. Like, anything to do with people, I love. The agent wasn't thinking outside the box. So, she limited me and therefore couldn't get me work. My current agent does not limit me at all. Like, you know, I'm doing corporate gigs, I'm doing online interviews, I'm doing campaigns, like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's all stuff that I've done before. Like, I'm currently doing, like, a campaign with Southern Rail, and it's all about me travelling to different places in England to meet people who have had an impact in their life through music.
That is a really cool concept.
Yeah. And it's just thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
You're a music presenter, travel around England with Southern Rail to promote the positive results of music. Like, just think outside the box. Like, it's not hard. And that's not because I'm black.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with the colour of my skin. It's just a concept. And that's the thing. You need representation that gets you and doesn't label you and can literally just make it work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think that with diversity being such a buzzword, do you ever witness tokenism where they're like, actually, I want Remel because I need a black girl to fill this space?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, it sounds so bad, but if I have to be the black girl that has to be picked because I'm the black girl, I'm going to do it so well that it opens the door for all black girls. That's how I see it. So tokenism is a problem, but it can change the game. So I feel like it can literally be like, we should get more of them. Like, we're not animals, but like, it shouldn't be like that. But I feel like I'm not going to take it as a negative thing.
Okay.
Like, I just have to make the most of it. And yeah, and I've seen it work. Like, again, June Sarpong, she is one of like the best British presenters we've had. And although I don't like the comparison of like, you can be the next June Sarpong, at least the idea is there.
Yeah, and you have a reference point.
Yeah, and they can see that it's been done. It's so sad to see. But they can see that June is just a normal woman, like anybody else. She was a great presenter, a great broadcaster. And, yeah, more black women should be able to be on the screen like she was. So, yeah. It's a kind of catch-22 because you do feel a bit awkward. Like, I'm the only black person here, and I know you picked me just because you wanted to tick the black box. But at the same time, as long as I'm shutting it down and I'm not making a fool of black women, which is very important, do not go in there and you know, do every stereotype in the bag. Please just be a normal person.
Functioning human being.
Like, yeah, that's what you got to make sure. Don't be a stereotype. If you're going to be the token, don't be the stereotype.
That is fair. And then in closing, you mentioned that you're a people person. I know that for me, like, once I get into everything, I'm like, okay, go. And then it gets to one day and I'm like, I don't want to talk to no human beings. Like, I just need a minute.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever get that?
Yeah.
And, like what do you do to switch off so that you can switch on?
So, I like my space. Like, even when we was away, like, it happened by accident. I had my own room.
She definitely had her own room.
And everyone else was sharing. And it wasn't that, like, I'm spoiled. I did in the end.
I'm sure you got there first, though, in all fairness.
No, but in the end, I was actually like, no, guys, the room's really big. You lot can come in if you want. But, like, because I even said to Casey, she's our friend, I said to Casey, you can share the bed with me if you want. She was like, no. And I'm like, oh, all right. I offered, like.
It was some big.
It was a big room. Like,
big room.
It was actually, like, one of the biggest rooms. There was floor space, everything. But I am an only child. Well, I grew up as an only child.
Okay.
I do have siblings, but that's from my dad and never lived with them. So have a relationship with them, but never grew up with them. So in retrospect, I grew up as an only child. So having my own room, no one touching my food, like all of that stuff is what I know. And I kind of apply that to my work and like how I live my life as well. Like when I'm in my room, the door is shut, don't come in. So I do have a lot of my shut down moments where I need to just be alone. And I don't think it's a bad thing for people to do that. Especially in this world where it's go, like you said.
Yeah.
Social media, you're looking at, like, you know, there was a couple months back where I just booked a hotel in a, like, spa and turned off my phone for the weekend. I felt bad. I felt really bad because, like, I'd been ill. I'd been travelling for work. Then I got really ill and it made me depressed. And I was like, I need to go away. And sorry to say, my boyfriend's not coming with me. Like, I just want to be by myself. And he was really upset. He was very offended. And to this day, he still doesn't understand why I did that. But I had to.
Yeah. For
my own sanity, I had to do that. And I came back. So that was like Saturday after radio. I was there Saturday night, Sunday all day, and then came back to London. It was like literally a little bit outside of London. Came back to London on the Monday. I was like, oh, I can face the world again. Literally, little things weren't bothering me anymore. Because like before, someone honking their horn in their car.
Trigger.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
You need to get away sometime. Like, turn off your phone, have a moment, read, go to a sauna, have a spa day. You need to do it. So this year, I've been implementing that a lot more. Like booking massages, booking holidays in advance. Prepare for the calm down, because it hopefully, God forbid, won't happen in a bad way, but it will come. You will get like kind of rushed off your feet eventually. So prepare for it.
Hey. And then what's coming next from Remel? What can we expect?
Ooh, okay, so I'm going to be filming again. We've literally just wrapped up the latest season of What's Up TV. Well, it's finished now. So I'm not on TV at the minute, but I'm on demand. On Sky On Demand. So we'll be filming the next season maybe in the next month. So we'll be on Sky One in the summertime. I'm on Capital Extra every Saturday. And I am doing lots and lots of like hosting, and I really want to start getting creative again, like creating podcasts, creating events, but I'm still working on what it is. So if anyone has an idea, not an idea, like don't just like randomly throw stuff out, but like if there's things you want me to focus on, because I feel like, again, what's missing?
Yeah.
What's missing in the world? Like, do you want to hear interviews with certain people, or do you want to, know-hows, or I really want to do something that can help people. So that's kind of like what my new journey is, like trying to figure out what my purpose is the next stage. So I'll probably be doing, I think I'm going to be doing a podcast soon. I think I'm going to be doing more live events, networking events. I feel like networking events are very, very important, and I love sharing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wicked. We are excited and we'll be supporting.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for coming down.
No
honestly.
worries.
I know
Thank
that
you
you
as
just
well.
got back from Manchester. But hopefully you can go home, put your feet up, have some tea, maybe.
Maybe later.
Who knows? But yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.